Hello, I'm Paula Beal, Dean of UT's College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources, or as we call ourselves, CASNR. We have some of the most dedicated faculty to ensure that you get the best education possible, and our graduates are in high demand in the professional world. We appreciate you choosing us. We know you had many options because you're one of the most talented freshman classes in UT's history. Now we'd like you to meet some of your fellow students. They'd like to tell you a little bit about what they're studying, and they may even have some tips for you about college life. Thank you again for choosing CASNR, and welcome to the CASNR family.
I'm Amber Cleghorn. I'm from Rockville, Tennessee, and I'm studying animal science with a concentration in pre-vet 3+1. It pretty much means that I'm going to do my undergrad in 3 years instead of 4, and then my senior year I'm going to attend vet school. I actually want to work with large zoo animals like lions and elephants, and I really want to go to Africa one day and work on the reservation there that they have for the lions, which would be really cool. I love all the CASNR classes so far. I've done all animal science classes, so it's been really cool, and I love the professors.
Yes, sir. I'm Will Freeman. I'm from Portland, Tennessee, and I'm studying agricultural communications. Well, hopefully after I graduate, I can go to an ag company, an agricultural company, and be a representative for them, even something like a lobbyist if they need that. And hopefully even if they can put me in a sales position, just something where I can represent the company, show the people what the company does. Yes, sir. Well, I actually grew up on a farm. It was a poultry farm with about 45,000 chickens. We had some cattle and we did forage production. That's something that really inspired me, I guess, to stay with the agricultural field.
Well, my name is Brittney Woods. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm a food science and technology major. And pretty much food science and technology is everything that you need to know about food, from how food's packaged to how it's preserved to making sure that your food is healthy and safe to eat. The major is very hands-on, and it's a major where you definitely get to learn about the different types of foods, but also you get to actually go into the lab and you get to work with these different foods, and also it helped me to learn how to cook, which was a really good benefit for me.
All right, well, my name is Jacinda Dunn. I'm a senior majoring in food science and technology, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. So I spoke with an advisor, Dr. Golden, and he just, what he told me, just I didn't know what food science was. I had never heard of it, and the more he described it to me, okay, I can try this out. This seems like a really cool plan. So once I came into the food science department, I fell in love with it. And many people don't know about food science and what it is. So I feel like it's a great program for students to be a part of, to be able to help the world, because without food and without agriculture, we won't survive. That's really big, to know that what I'm studying now and to what I'll be doing in the future will benefit the rest of the world. That's a really big thing to me. It's really fascinating to know that somebody, as a student as me, just one student, can help save the world one day in the future. So I think it's a really fascinating thing.
All right, well, I'm Michael Barnes, and I'm a wildlife and fisheries major from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And I'm a junior here at the university, so I've been here for 3 years. I'm looking to get into ornithology research, so birds, maybe go out west, try to get a graduate position out there. Last year we actually constructed 3 wetlands out in the Cherokee Woodlot. It's across the river, across the street from the medical center. So we had a bunch of machinery out there digging up some dirt, creating some wild, wetland habitat for some amphibian populations to establish. So it's really nice to have that, because we didn't really have a wetland on campus. We go out there, we listen for about 5 minutes and try to see how many different species of frog, toad, things we hear out there. Conservation is definitely a huge thing, especially when it comes to my major. That's one of the biggest things we learn, is how to manage wildlife properly and the habitat and everything.
Well, my name is Robert Warden. I'm a biosystem engineering student. I'm currently a junior from Fayetteville, Tennessee. I was grown up and raised on a farm and always mechanically minded, enjoyed having my hands, taking things apart. So that really spurred my interest in biosystems. And one of the big things about engineering is that it's so broad. You can you can look at this one little bitty nut and bolt and how does it work on this machine, or you can look at how does this machine impact the environment. And that's really more what I'm interested in. And
my name is Shelby Summarell, and I'm a senior. My major is agricultural education, and I am from McMinnville, Tennessee, which is Warren County, and that's in the central region. Well, I really couldn't select what I wanted to get specific in, and so with this major, you get to take 2 to 3 classes in every department on the ag campus. Yes, I got to take about 2 classes in plant science, 2 in food science, like 2 or 3 in animal science, biosystems, wildlife, forestry, and all those classes. So now at least I have some talking points for anybody that I run across, and I have a little bit of knowledge from each area.
When I first came here, I was just amazed at all the opportunities that CASNR had to offer, and the fact that we have our own campus, which helps it feel like more of a community, because I'm always meeting people on the ag campus, and I have a close-knit group of friends that I can always consult for help or just to get better understanding of different concepts and things that we're learning in class.
I really saw the campus and saw the feel of everybody that enjoys the environment with each other, and I loved it. And then I came over to the ag campus itself, and I realized that it was somewhere where I belonged. It was a great place. It was a small community feel over here, and I realized that was where I wanted to spend the next 4 years. And I think everybody here is extremely happy with their choice to be an ag major and to go into that field. There's always some kind of options for you, and the graduation rate and the acceptance rate into jobs is just incredible compared to other places.
It's our own little world, and like we're all very comfortable with one another. Coming into food science as a sophomore, I've been with the same students every semester, and like our relationships have just grown from year to year.
I became CASNR ambassador my sophomore year. As ambassadors, we recruit other college or high school students to come to our college and tell them how our college life actually is, explaining, how small our campus is, how our professors, it's really good to be able to talk to them and have an open door policy.
when I first came into the university, I enrolled into the CASNR Learning Community, which was a great opportunity for me. The learning community, you come right in and you get to meet all the people that are in that community, and there's about 20 or 30 students. And for me, we were stationed up our rooms were held in Morrell Hall, and it was just great to be there with all the other students that were College of Ag.
It's been really cool. That's actually how I've met all my friends so far, along with some of my classes. And it's pretty much, we all live on one floor together. Kenzie, I actually met her here. She's on my floor, and she's from Morocco in Africa. So that was really interesting meeting her the first time, because she was dressed in all Moroccan stuff, and I was like, hey, you're not from Tennessee.
Is she also in animal science? Is she part of the same?
Mm-hmm. Yep, she's doing pre-vet as well, and we actually both want to go to Africa.
Very, very helpful. The advisors and professors and staff and the entire faculty in the CASNR department is very, very, very helpful. You can tell that they really care about all of the students and making sure that we progress well. And they're very helpful with us for finding internship programs and jobs and just anything. Without being in the CASNR department, I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I've had so far. So I really appreciate this program.
Oh yes, they're great. I've really enjoyed going and meeting my professors, and they're all so very concerned about, if you need help, the door's always open.
Yeah, definitely. My advisor actually helped me get a job. She's helping me get internships. All my professors are really supportive, and you can tell that they really want you to succeed in their courses. So they've been really helpful, trying to push you and encourage you and get you motivated.
Just about every major has their own club. For me, I'm in the Wildlife and Fisheries Society, and then you have food science with the Food Science Club, and Block and Bridle, Animal Science, Pre-Vet Association. So there's a lot to get involved with at the university.
Definitely keep an open mind and make sure that you remember the main reason that you're here. College has a lot of different things to offer you, especially here at UT. We have over 365 clubs, so basically I like to tell students a club for every day of the year.
I've worked in the state 4-H office for about 2.5 years now, and in here I'm kind of over honor club and improving that for all the members across the state of Tennessee.
The biggest thing that helped me was really just kind of putting myself out there, joining clubs, getting out there to know more people, spending time outside of my rooms. I think that was a big thing.
You know, you got to go to class. you come to college, you have all this freedom, but you have to learn how to use it correctly. And you know, as a freshman, it may take you a little bit, but eventually you'll get the hang of it.
You need to make sure that you maintain your grades and that you stay on top of everything. I encourage students to keep a planner. That's how I tend to make sure that I increase my time management skills and that I know all my assignments are due and when they're due. Mine is color-coded. You want to have fun, you want to make new friends, and you want to get involved, but you also need to remember that your ultimate goal in college is to be successful so that you can get a good paying job and just, you know, be a successful person in general.
It's really not that bad. I think the biggest part is kind of moving away from your family and having to adjust to actually having to be responsible and getting all your assignments turned in on time. But it's really not that bad. You're gonna have a lot of fun. If you get involved in stuff, you'll meet a lot of people, and eventually you'll start having a ton of stuff to do, and the year will just go flying by.
Right now it's just like so many emotions, just finally realizing that I'm graduating. The food science department's been great, it's just one big family, and ag campus is too, but I'm just, I'm just like, oh, I'm graduating.
You've just heard from some of our many talented students in CASNR. We'd like you to enjoy the rest of your orientation, enjoy your summer, and we'll see you in the fall.